today we are going to be doing a film reading walk here at the rail trail in Castleton, Vermont, right next to Castleton University. So, to start, we're going to be reading Hello, Vermont by Martha Deja. This book, if you're like me, you're going to be able to recognize a lot of things after growing up here in Vermont. They're going to talk about maple syrup and dairy cows and the fall leaves too. Doesn't that sound exciting? So before we get into the book, we're going to go over one vocabulary word that you guys may not know already. And this word is autumn. Autumn. It's kind of a tricky word. So we're all going to say it together. I'm going to say it, and then when I give you guys this signal, we're going to say it together, okay? So I'm going to say autumn, and now you guys are going to say it with me. Autumn. Great job. So does anyone know what this word means? So first we're going to think of Thanksgiving and Halloween and the activities we do this time of year with our families. Do you go apple picking? Do we carve pumpkins? What about the types of things we see? Do we see bright red and yellow and orange leaves on the trees? Yes, we do. Great job. So, what do we call this time of year? Fall. Good job. And autumn is just another word for fall. So, now that you guys have learned your vocab word, let's go. Alright guys, so we're going to start our story. Before we start, make sure to look for a text on the screen as I read, okay? It'll help you guys follow along. So let's begin. Hello, Vermont. Vermont, here we come. We're ready to go to the Green Mountain State in sunshine or snow. Let's buckle our boots and strap on our skis. We'll zip down the mountain as fast as the breeze. When the sap starts to flow, we're in for a treat. Pancakes for breakfast with syrup so sweet. I love pancakes, especially chocolate chip with Vermont maple syrup. What do you guys think? With guidebook and map to show us the way, we'll hike on the trail. We're off and away! And look, there's a sign for their trail, just like this is a sign for the rail trail. What else do we notice in this picture? Are the bears holding anything that can help them find their way on their trail? Good job, you're right. This bear is holding a map right there. What about, do we see anything on the bear's backpack that we recognize that could help them? Good job, you're right. There's a compass right there. Both items can help them on their trail. Good job. Look kids, what a beautiful sunset. I hear some farm animals for our next page. Let's go find them. Down at the farm, there's so much to do. We'll help with the chores and hear the cows moo. Right now you can hear the horses, but look, there's horses and cows over there. Isn't that cool, guys? Look, we have some more farm animals in this picture. What kinds of animals do you see in the picture? Great observations. We have some chickens, some chicks, a cat, a pig, and of course a cow. Do you guys have any of these animals at home? Or do you see any all the time? Good job. When summertime comes, we'll set up our camp and go for a paddle. Hey look, is that Champ? There he is. By a lake or a river, we'll find the right spot to toss in our lines. Hey, look what I caught. Have you guys ever been fishing? That's what they're doing. Look, you caught a big one. Let's go for a ride as the autumn leaves fall. Clip-clop over bridges and past a stone wall. And look, there are some horses. Where'd he go? Look, he's riding away. Look at that. Just like in our story. So cool! Horses in real life, just like in our story, right off the trail. Now, before we move on, we gotta talk about our vocab word. We finally found it. Look, it's right there. Autumn. Can you guys say it with me again? I'll say it, and then I'll give you the signal, okay? Autumn. Autumn. Great job. Do you guys remember what it means? All right, so to recap, autumn is the same word as fall. Remember, we talked about those fall activities we do with our families, like pumpkin carving and apple picking, and then we talked about things we see, like all the fall leaves. And look, we can see those leaves here. We have orange leaves and red leaves and yellow. All of these things indicate that it's fall, which also means that it's autumn because fall and autumn are the same. Good job, guys. The apples are ready. The fall harvest is in. Let's carve a big pumpkin and give it a grin. Look, you can see that big pumpkin with its a big grin. And we also see a bunch of other Vermont products like Vermont cheese, milk, maple syrup, and Vermont ice cream. Even some pies in there. What else can you find? We'll build a huge snowman, come in from the cold, and sip on some cocoa as stories are told. Enjoy every journey. There's lots to explore. Each day in Vermont, you'll discover some more. The end! We've reached the final page. Now, are there anything else that you can think of to discover in Vermont? I know with winter coming, I want to try ice skating with my friends. What about you? And like said in the story too, every time you try something new, we also learn something new. So go out there and discover what you can. And now, since we've reached the end of our story, let's go inside, get some cocoa, and we'll look at a story map. All right, let's go. Hi guys, I hope you're all inside with some cocoa like our bears in the story. But before we can go out and discover some more Vermont, we're going to do a quick story map to go over all the parts of what we just read, okay? So this is what it looks like. First, we're going to talk about the title and the author of our story, and then we're going to get into characters. So for these boxes, you guys are going to draw a scene or a picture of what happened, okay? And then for characters, you're just going to draw who was in the story. For setting, where did this story take place? So draw where it took place. Beginning, draw something from the beginning of the story. Middle, draw something from the middle of the story. And then end, draw something from the very end of the story, okay? You guys can pause the video and go over this, and then we'll come back and go over it together. Alright, so now we're going to go over the story map that we all just created. Here's a look at mine. So first for title, Hello Vermont by Martha Day Jacques. She was the author. Then for characters, we have our two bears. We have the big bear here and the little bear. And our setting in Vermont, so we do some trees, and I tried to on that one to represent that. And then at the beginning of the story, they talked about maple syrup and where this comes from, and then having the pancakes, so I drew that for my picture. And then in the middle of the story, they went fishing, so I did a little fishing scene. And then at the end, at the very end, it was all about snowmen and hot cocoa, right before they talked about going on to discover new places in Vermont. Is it similar to what you guys drew? Did you guys draw the same scenes or different scenes? Let me know. Good job, guys. Thanks for following along, and let me know what you discover in Vermont next. Bye!